It's the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Harakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, and are worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of time. All right, back at you with another sit down. It's going to be entitled, We Live in a Temporary Environment. We live in a temporary environment, you see? So ultimately, this society, which is led by Esau Edom at the time, all right, which is led in a wicked, unrighteous manner, this society and its rulership is only for a temporary period of time, all right? Therefore, we have to seek the things that are not temporary, but seek the things that are in the heavens. Those are the things that control what happens here, all right, in America, what happens over there in Russia, what happens in China, what happens in Taiwan, what happens in Iran, all right, what happens in Jerusalem, man. The Lord controls all those things, so we don't trust in material things, just like we don't trust in this flesh. Yeah, we exist in this flesh, but we trust in the spirit, you see? So we don't trust in the value of our homes, the value of our cars. We keep up those homes, keep up those cars so they're suitable use, so that we can serve the Lord better, okay? But ultimately, our hope doesn't rely on those things. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, you see? And in order for that day not to overtake you as a thief, you have to prepare. And starting preparation starts with having a mindset that this environment is temporary, that these things around you will not be here for long. But that doesn't mean keeping a mindset of, okay, well, I just don't care about these things, I'm just going to throw them away. No, man, you have to lean on the spirit. If we're in the mindset of the society is temporary, then we have to have something that's actually guiding us to come to those senses, and that's the spirit, man. The spirit has to guide you and guide your actions. You don't go out there and just say, okay, well, I'm going to just wreck my car because the things around me are temporary. No, man. You use your car to get to back and forth to work, to get your daily bread, to serve the Lord, to go back and forth to camp on the highways and byways and teach, man. All right? To pick brothers up, okay? So you ultimately use the techniques of the spirit, okay? So we're not going to let that day overtake us as a thief in the night, because Lord willing, we're of that number. We're going to be praying, fasting, watching, and waiting, all right? For the Son of Man is on a long journey. And when he comes back, he's looking for that faith in the earth, in the saints, all right? It says, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, right? And this so-called earth is a heaven, man, all right? It's a water, okay? It's the second heaven, okay? And it's the second dimension, okay? The first heaven, Salakia, okay? And it's the second dimension because the first heaven would be, okay, the earth. The second heaven would be the so-called outer space. And the third heaven would be the spirit world, man. And the first dimension, all right, will be underwater, okay? The seas. The second dimension will be the earth. The third dimension will be the so-called solar system, all right, space, okay, and the fourth dimension will be the heavens, you see? So ultimately, we know that the Lord is guiding all those heavens, all those dimensions. So what manner of conversation should we be in? All right, it says, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the scriptures tell you in Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. So it says the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Why are they going to be burnt up? And since they're going to be burnt up, we should have a mindset that the things around us are temporary, man. All right, they're going to be dissolved. It's going to be burnt up. The works, the jobs, the mindset, the frame that this society has been placed in by Esau Edom, the so-called white man, It's going to be burnt up. It's not going to be here for much longer. So we have to go harder in the spirit. We have to get more built up in these breakdowns and this history and this word, all right, in order to put off that old man. So it says, seeing then all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? You see? So let's get that word dissolved. Because as we read again, it says, 2 Peter 3:11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? You see? Let's get that word. But first, let's read 2 Peter 3:11 in the NLT. It says, 2 Peter 3:11 in the NLT, since everything around us is going to be destroyed like this, what holy and godly lives should you live? You see? Since everything around us is going to be destroyed like this, what holy and godly lives you should live. You see, because we're coming up into that third World War III, and these countries are mounting up to fight Yahushua in the Valley of Yehoshaphat, man. All right, Jehoshaphat, okay? Armageddon, the mountain of troops. So it's going to be a very, very, what you should say, destructive battle there, man. The Lord's going to do away with the kings of the earth, all right? And he's going to crown, all right, his elect, man. And on his head, he'll have many crowns himself, man, for the nations he took down. So we know all those things is going to be bloody, man, very bloody, man. So with all those things, the scriptures are saying, what manner of persons are ye to be in? So let's get that word dissolved, all right? It's the word dissolved.
Strong's G 3089.
Right? Luo, it says to loose any person or thing tied or fastened. So we know the captive hasten to be loose. So we're going to be loosed. All right? We're going to be taken out of these chains, man. All right? We're going to be given celestial bodies, heavenly bodies. Right? So this flesh is temporary. This society is temporary, man. All right? We're going to be able to go in and out of the heavens. So there's going to be no more, okay, I'm stopping at the stop sign. I'm stopping at the stoplight. I'm caught in traffic. No, man. The Lord is going to, all those works are going to be burnt up, man. The whole structure of this society, the economy, the educational system, the government, the military, all those things are going to be burnt up. Right? The lifestyles we live, man, just going to and fro throughout the society. All right. The money system, all those things are going to be dissolved, man. So this society is temporary. We wait on the Father. It says bandages of the feet, the shoes. It says of a husband and wife joined together by the bond of matrimony. Right. The bridesman, the bridegroom, and the bride, which is Israel, and the bridegroom, which is Yahushua, are going to be joined together in matrimony, man. Okay. We're going to be on one accord. We're going to be joined with the Lord, man, joined unto the Lord. Okay, and that's what we do right now by faith, by rehearsing the righteous acts, by keeping the high holy days, by walking in the truth, by presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice. It says of a single man, whether he has already had a wife or is not yet married. Let's look for, okay, it says, be under 2, it says, bound with chains, a prisoner, discharged from prison, let go. You see? So we're in a temporary captivity. We're just doing a sentence right now, man. All these things are going to be dissolved, man. They're going to be let go. The captive hastened, let me get it real quick, that he should be made loose, man, and not die in this pit. This pit is America. This pit is the hell of slavery, man. All right? So Isaiah, let's see. Isaiah 51:14, it says, the captive exile hasten that he may be loosed. Right. Because the captive is us. All right. We're exiled over here in America, like scripture tell you in Deuteronomy. All right. To a land we knew not, whose tongue was strange unto her, a nation we knew not, man, was swifter than the eagle, you know, roughly paraphrasing. But we're exiled and we hasten that we may be loose, man. We hasten for these things to be dissolved. We ask, how long, Lord? All right, we pray and beseech the Lord and ask him how long until you exonerate us, man. use that term like that, man, because when you exonerate someone, you free them of that state of guilt they may have been under, man. All right? But it says, Isaiah 51:14, the captive exile hasten that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. You see, we want our bread to prevail, man. All right? We want the Lord to remember us in these days, man. Because as it tells you, I believe it's in basically I'll quote it. It says that in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. Amos or Hosea, let's see. Kankan Baruch 3:30. Right, Salakia Baruch 2:30. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. You see, we're in the land of our captivity right now. We remember ourselves. That's why we're asking the Lord for this place to be dissolved, for to loosen us, man, to get us out of these chains. Because we know that this society is temporary. We know we're doing a prison sentence. And when you have someone that's doing a prison sentence, for instance, someone gets sentenced to life in Angola. All right, Angola is one of the largest prison systems in the world, man. All right, but someone gets sentenced to life in Angola, and all of a sudden they have a reverse in their case. All right, that tells them now, okay, well, there may be some facts that weren't present earlier that are now present, that ultimately was brought by your counselor, because our counselor is Yahweh, but ultimately some things were brought up by your counselor or your lawyer that says, okay, you might have not done this crime, and now you're able to fight it and able to get out. And now it's coming closer and closer to your court date, and then you find out in court that, all right, you basically been granted your innocence. And now you have a release date. They give you a release date, say, hey, you're going to be released at this point in time, all right? You're no longer going to have to do life or serve this time, but you've been free of all charges. You've been free of guilt. Now you're just waiting upon that release date, man. You hastening that day because you know you're in an environment, all right? You're in slavery, you're in jail, okay? And that environment is full of rapers, mob robbers, murderers, people that have actually done these things, man. People that are not innocent, man. So you just hasten to be loose, man. Hasten to be given that freedom, man. And we want the freedom from America, man. So we have to do things the right way. We don't do it in a carnal way. We do it in a spiritual way. All right? You see things troubling you in the flesh, you go harder in the spirit. You seek the spirit for counsel and advice, man. All right? It says, all right, let's go back to 2 Peter's. Okay? Let me get this other one, too. But I'll go back here really quick. 2 Peter 3. All right, and 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire, you see, the earth is going to be burnt up, man, the works therein. All right, nuclear missiles are going to be shot over here. All right, on top of all the mass persecution and the mass judgments that is going to go on within this place, man. All right, the whore that sitteth upon many waters. Okay, so it says, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So the elements in the heavens, if the earth is going to be on fire, for sure the mindset of these people is going to be tossed into that fire. For sure the material things in the society are going to be tossed into that fire as well, man. They're going to be burnt up as well, man. All right, let's go. Which one we gonna go with? Let's see. This one I'm looking for, fashion. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 31. And they that use this world is not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Let's get that. Let's get that word. Here we go. It says 1 Corinthians 7:31. In the NLT, it says, those who use the things of the world should not become attached to them. You see? That's beautiful, man. Because we're going into how, all right, the things around us are temporary. So it says the things of the world should not become attached to them, man. For this world as we know it will soon pass away. Wow, man. This world as we know it will soon pass away. Let's get that passeth away. It says, pass by, to lead past, to lead aside, to lead away, to lead to pass by, to depart. You see, to go away. All right. So the things of this world, they're going to depart, man. They're going to go away. They're temporary. They're here today. They're gone tomorrow. The society even promotes the temporariness of the society, man. It promotes that, man. You only live once. Here today, gone tomorrow. Catch it while you can. Cinco de Mayo, seize the day. Daylight savings times, man. So this society knows that it's on the temporary course because it's guided by the Spirit of the Lord. The Spirit of the Lord is just showing the prophets so they could wake up the people so the elect could be sealed. That's the remedy, man. So we can call upon the name of the Lord with one consent, that pure language, all right? And the earth can be restored back to righteousness, okay? Now let's get that fashion. I also want to get that word fashion because it goes into the temporariness of the world. It says, let's see.
Strong's G 4976.
Schema. It's almost like scheme, you see? The schemes of this world, you know? Almost spelled like scheme. It says, the habitus as comprising everything in a person which strikes the senses, the figure bearing discourse, actions, manner of life. Now let's read that again. The habitus as comprising everything in a person which strikes the senses, the figure bearing discourse, actions, manner of life. So it says the fashion of this world faded away. So the figures, the bearings, the discourses, the actions, the manner of life, man, it's all going to fade away out of this society, man. All right. So therefore, we look towards ultimately what? The eternal things. You see? All right. This is 2 Corinthians 4:18. While we look not at the things which are seen, all right, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal. But the things which are not seen are eternal. Temporal, man. These things are temporary. We're living at this time. This society is on borrowed time, Akeem. All right. The society is on a time period that's the sand is trickling out of that hourglass. Right. I'm gonna read it in KJV, 2 Corinthians 4:18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. In the NLT, I'll read it, verse 18. So we don't look at the troubles we can see now. Rather, we fix our gaze on things that cannot be seen. For the things we see now will soon be gone, but the things we cannot see will last forever. Ooh, hey, that's a heavy one right there. The things we cannot see will last forever. And that is a mystery. That is a stumbling block onto 2/3 of our people. All right? They cannot wrap their minds around having a deep connection with the things that are not seen. And that's faith. 2/3 of our people don't have that faith in the Lord, man. Scriptures tell you to have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. You have to, in order to have faith in something, you have to have knowledge about it. You have to actually know in your mind and be convinced that what? These things are true, even though I haven't seen them. All right? Like it says in Hebrews 11:1. Let's get that word temporal. All right.
Strong's G 4340. Proskairos. Proskairos.
Proskeros, it says for a season, enduring only for a while, temporary. You see, Strong's definition, it says for the occasion only, temporary, for a while, endure for a time, for a season. Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, tells you there's a time and a season for everything, man. Time for things to be sown, things to be plucked up. You know what I mean? A time to kill, a time for peace, a time for war. You know, things like that. Roughly paraphrasing, but as we know, it says for a season enduring only for a while. You see, for a while, an occasion. And when you say, okay, man, I'm about to get dressed for this occasion, you're thinking in your mind, okay, well, it's only for a while. Like I only have to wear what I put on for a while, for only a little while, man. Then I can take it off. It's an occasion. It's an outing. You know what I mean? It's only gonna last for that appointed time. And that's what this society is. That's what the ways of this world are. So therefore, we seek the higher power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, all right? And we have faith in the things that are eternal and not the things that are temporal, all right, that are going to fade away around us. Lord willing, this message was edifying. I'm going to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Call Halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Arakakwadash. Double honors to the Apostle of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, and are worthy of the double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the 4 corners in these last 6 of time. Kwame Yashala, Shalom.